Hello and welcome to Dear Valdo. Today we have an anonymous question. I am a woman entering her golden years. How can I know if he can get it up? Thanks for your bluntness. I love it. I'm French. I grew up in a direct culture and I so appreciate it. So this is a question I'm hearing quite a bit, and I'm hearing typically three reasons. One is that he's no longer interested in sex. The second one is that he doesn't have the stamina that she wants. And the third one is linked with a blue pill. First, let's review your dating profile. Did you write it in a way that is positive? A counterexample of that would be, I do not want a man who can't get it up. So that is a turnoff for men. Well, if men read profiles, but that's another conversation for another day. You want to write your profile in a way that invites men so that a man reads it. He says, yeah, that's me. One of the best examples I've seen is you are healthy and fit and your desire and ability is intact. So why is that good? Basically, men strive on positive. And maybe that's one of the reasons they don't read profile is because dating profiles are way too often full of I don't want this, I don't want that, don't message me if you don't meet that criteria. So another really good example I've seen, that one builds a little bit of playfulness in it. I am an authentic, creative, open-minded, and sensual woman. If you can keep up with me, you will find me ... That basically invites a man to say, yeah, that's me. First decision point, you are reading a profile, hopefully because a man sent you a message and you are wondering if you should respond. The key here is to learn to decipher a man's energy through his dating profile. Is that man dependent? If so, swipe left. Does that man want to control you in any way, shape, or form? Swipe left. Or does that man look like a potential match? He seems to have a good energy. He looks from his picture that he has energy. There is some playfulness in his profile. And you have the sense that he could be a worthy person to continue to engage with. Second decision point is in the message that you send him back. I talked in another video about how to get your dating from messages to meeting in person. So I'm not going to talk about the content of the message today, except that it is really important that be direct and positive. So you are now on a Zoom call with that man and things are going pretty well. You are building rapport. You have a sense that he could be a worthy match. He seems to have the energy you want. He seems to be enjoying himself in the conversation with you. He seems to have the presence that you're looking for. So here, fairly quickly, I encourage you to state again very directly what you're looking for. A good example would be, I am looking for my best friend and I want to have a rich sex life. So why is that a good statement? So first, it is direct. There is no question for what you are looking for. Second is, it has a lot of things that you do not say but are very present. So for example, best friend is something that takes a while to build. So even though you mention sex a few words later, you clearly state that you are not there for the short term. And then last but not least, in very rich, juicy details, you state that you want a rich sex life. It is very clear what you want, and this is basically a yes or no question for a man, although this is not the way you state it, and that is the beauty of that statement. The man will know instantly if he's a match for you or if he's not. So Really, really, really important. And my understanding is that this is something really difficult to do for women. You pause. You stop talking and you let him talk next, however long the pause. If you feel uncomfortable with the silence, which I would understand as many women do, you can follow up with a question. So here are 3 examples about it. The first is the least confrontational of the 3. Are we on the same page? The second one spices it up a little bit. Could we be a match? So notice that in these 2 examples, you use the word we, referring to a potential relationship between the 2 of you. The third example is more playful. Am I chaseworthy? So hopefully you're happy with the way things are progressing. He's happy, and the 2 of you decide to meet in person. So I believe it is really important to have a 3-step approach. The first step is clearly non-sexual. So you may hold hands, you may kiss, you may embrace, but there is clearly no direct sexual touch. I'm saying no direct sexual touch, but somehow you may find ways to feel his penis and if he gets erect or not, giving you somehow an answer to your question. The second step is sexual touch without intercourse. Without intercourse is really important because intercourse creates bonding. And the wisdom here is you do not want to create sexual chemistry with someone that is not a good match for you. During that second step, you can test a number of things. Of course, this is a really good place for you to test if he can get it up and if he can keep it up. The third step is intercourse, and it's really important that it happens only when both of you are fully ready. So, quick recap, be direct. Use every step of the dating process to investigate your question. Be playful and be inviting. Even more important, never, ever, ever use shame with a man. So shame to a man is like fear to a woman. Many men, very, very, very sadly, use fear to control women. And also, very, very, very sadly, many women use shame to control a man. Both are a lose-lose proposition. It sometimes appears that one is winning, but the reality is that both are losing. And my hunch is that you want to have a win-win relationship with your next life partner. If this video inspired you, please subscribe and hit the like button down below so that you can receive more juicy content when I publish it. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.